and it clips on the top of the laptop.
What else do you want?
I don't know.
Anyway, I still haven't done the intro yet. Redone the intro.
Well, don't you have that? Isn't that fucking intern supposed to do that, not you?
Well, you know, now you're expecting a lot from the guy that doesn't get paid.
Other than rent, electric, gas,
right?
internet.
You know what I mean. So for the end of the month, the end of Pride, I got to show off my new T-shirt I got for Father's Day from a friend of a comic I know through Joe Losner, who lives in upstate New York. I got this shirt. Fill my bum with midget cum.
Jesus. I got this one. It's Pac-Man on the bar thing on the top of the World Trade. Is it the World Trade Center when they were building it?
No, Empire State Building.
Empire State Building. Yeah. My grandson is totally obsessed. Since I bought that Pac-Man machine, now my whole fucking house is Pac-Man.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Which is not bad.
Cool. I tried telling you that years ago.
Pac-Man's cool.
Pac-Man's amazing.
Yeah, I love that.
Freaking, I'm loving it, man. All right, so wait. Name of the show. I'm talking about these tourists that are out here. Hold on a second. Did I just do this fucking thing? Yeah, no, I definitely did. Oh, shit. How do I change that?
If I knew what you were talking about, it would probably help.
The icon, the Chiron, whatever you call that shit.
Oh, the text at the bottom?
Wait, got it. No, not that. Whew.
I was going to say, we're doing the same show as last week. Yeah, I think the on-screen is separate to the name of the YouTube channel thingy.
Yeah, no, well, you know what it is? It leaves whatever was up last, which is good, but I don't get to see that till I log in. But if I don't switch the name, it just throws it all off.
Yeah, you're going to have to fucking... Even if you manage to change it on the screen, you're going to have to go change it on the YouTube channel after.
No, I already did that. That goes up first. So that's okay. It's just when I started it, it had that, and that's why I fixed it.
Oh, okay.
But as I was trying to say before, I realized I didn't fix the thing before. Have you seen these? I know you're an immigrant yourself. However, you do love this country.
Yes, I would not live here if I didn't fucking like it.
Right.
But by the way, we're on episode 363. I just thought I'd mention that.
What the hell is that?
363.
Episode 363, yeah.
Yeah, so why have you got 366 on the fucking...
Because I'm a moron, that's why.
I love how you blankly stared into space wondering what it was I was trying to say.
Well, you said Amazon, so that makes no sense.
Yeah.
And it says 363. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's a guy at my job. I actually got laid off at my job, but there was a guy at my job that would do exactly what you just did. There was never anything wrong with it. What the fuck are you talking about?
Look at it. It's right there. Can't you see it?
Dude, he would fix crazy shit, and then I'd be like, did you fix it? And he'd be like, no, there's nothing wrong with it. And I'm like, I know it was broken, dude. I'm not a fucking dumb as fuck.
Well, we know there's nothing wrong with it. There's a lot wrong with you, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That ain't a lie.
Right. No, so the point I was getting at is I've been watching all these videos with all the crazy people out there that like just visiting the US for the first time because of the World Cup. Mm-hmm. They're like, this shit is great. We're loving this. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, all these like people from like Sweden that have never been to Buc-ee's.
Mm-hmm.
Shit like that. I'm like, all right, like this has everything. Everybody.
I was watching a show last night. I think it was a cops type show because I'm always watching that stuff.
Yeah,
the guy had a Buc-ee's t-shirt on, but they blurred it. But the blurring was so bad you could see the fucking squirrel. Whatever it is. What is it?
The beaver.
It's a beaver. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? You could see it wasn't blurred enough to not tell you exactly what it was you were looking at.
Right. Well, I mean, it was just enough to blur the name, but not enough to blur the picture.
Yeah, the blurring on some of these shows,
Well, you know why? The guy that had that job, his first job in TV, was on, blurring stuff on my 600 pound life. Yeah. So he's still horrified from that. So he's like, this is good enough. I don't want to have to do any more work. That's plenty.
I actually dug that joke out when I did that child's cancer fundraiser. I got that joke came out. Yep, exactly. But yeah, I think there's two rules with blurring stuff on TV. One is your face if you don't want to be on. And then the second is a product that didn't pay to be on TV. Because sometimes you'll see the stuff and you're like, why aren't they blurring that? And then you'll realize they probably threw in a couple of bucks. So their restaurant gets featured. And like when somebody shows go to a restaurant, they always have a shot outside the restaurant at first. Because you're like, okay, so this restaurant gave everybody free food in exchange for a shot of that restaurant on the TV show.
Right. Or they're not horrified by the content.
Yeah.
Therefore, they got that. Yeah.
The most prominent one doing the restaurant thing is that fucking Honey Boo Boo shit.
We're getting solicited right now. On
Jesus. Our one listener is clicking on that YouTube link now to see what that's about.
Right. Exactly. 10 cents a view. Go on.
10 cents a view.
Sorry.
I myself for less money.
True.
But, yeah. Did we ever talk about the guy donating his dog last week? Did we ever get to that? I think we did.
We did not.
The guy
we didn't get a lot last week. We also had a lot saved up for it, though.
Yeah. Yeah. His dog attacked someone or something. I can't remember what it was just so long ago now.
No, that we did talk about.
Oh, we did talk about that. Yeah, that's still a fun one.
Yeah, it was.
That's still a fun one. I think I wrote it up.
You know what Tracy sent me last night? It was Shaq and his new girlfriend.
Who?
Shaq.
Oh, Shaq. Okay.
He's dating like the world's tallest supermodel. She's like 7'4".
Wow. So that's like a massive number 10 as they're walking down the street.
Well, no, they're just two. It's an 11 with a one guy really fat. He's not a 0. He's just a very large 1. But I just saw that. I was like, holy shit, that was actually kind of cool. I was surprised.
Do you ever wonder if there's like dating circles for just celebrities? There's got to be, right? Because all these celebrities.
Oh, no, there's a couple of them. Raya is the one. You have to be either very rich or very famous, preferably both.
Right.
For Raya.
Isn't that like a fucking sugar baby fucking site, though?
No, it's not. It's just for, like, if you do movies and TV and you just want to meet other people in the industry that, like, listen, I don't want to find some dude that works at the that's the waiter next door. I want to go bang somebody else. Unless you're Matt Damon, then you bang a waitress and marry her. Yeah.
I just find it interesting that a lot of celebrities are married to celebrities, and it's kind of out of the norm when they're married to a regular person. I guess they want people that can deal with what goes on as being a celebrity.
Yeah.
But on the other side of it, there's got to be some kind of competition between two actors that are married. Like one's relevant and one's not relevant anymore. Like, you know who I saw? I don't remember his fucking name. Who was the guy from The Sandlot, the chubby kid that said, "You're killing me, Smalls"?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I don't remember his name. He just did a new commercial.
Yes, he's doing a fucking Hershey's commercial.
But you know why? They're doing a sequel where it's those guys and their kids in The Sandlot.
No, but I saw that.
I actually want to see that movie. I saw that commercial. He was like, holy shit, he got old. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. They're doing the reboot. He was makes sense.
Showing his kid how to make s'mores with Hershey candy bar.
Yeah.
And I looked at that guy, and the only thing I said, I know who that is. I know who that fucking is. And I pulled up, and I Googled his name, and it said right away they had clips of the Hershey ad. So, yeah, like you said.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice. I mean, what the fuck is that?
App. I just put it up on the screen.
What has that kid done since The Sandlot? Has he been acting consistently, or has he been off the face of the earth like every other kid?
I don't know. I never checked.
I don't know if I've even ever watched The Sandlot, to be honest with you.
Really?
I don't remember if I watched it.
That's
so old, though. What is it, 86, 85?
93.
93. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I did watch it then.
Let me see what else he's done.
Our show, we're not blurring this. Our show is brought to you by Dollar Store Energy Drinks.
Yes.
Which are actually, these ones
no,
are
he's still acting.
But was there a big gap? Or is
No.
it just acting? It's funny when you see people that star in movies. They star in a movie, but then 2 years later, they're like an extra.
Listen, they're getting a paycheck, man. That's half the battle. That's the goal, is to keep creating the income so that, like, even if you're like Faison Love right now, who the only check he's getting anymore is from Elf, and he can't pay his child support and he's living in his car.
I remember when Norton was showing, I don't know if he ever did it on the air, but he was showing me checks he was getting from Lucky Louie.
Right.
And Lucky Louie was still airing in like Japan or somewhere, and he was getting like 35 cents an episode, but he would get one check for each episode in the same mail. It wasn't like one showed up a week later.
Well, no, it's stupid, but it makes sense, sort of.
Yeah, because he said that it was shown in like Japan or something.
No, but
I guess if you get enough of those, you can.
Do you know who Faison Love is?
What's that?
Do you know who Faison Love is, though?
I've heard you say that name before, I think, but I don't remember who.
You know the movie Elf?
Yes. Oh, is that the short black guy?
That's the boss. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But he was just like, he had clips going viral because he was, in court for his back child support, and he's in there in a wheelchair. He's like, "Hey, I'm homeless now. I'm only getting $10,000 a year, and for my royalties from Elf, and that's the only money I have coming in." It's
almost like Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood. There's a guy shorter than you who has to pay you child support.
Right. But
when you said it, I thought, I'm like, wow, he's still getting child support off his dad.
Yeah, why not? Wouldn't you?
If you
can't. Your dad's not here anymore. He can't do that for you.
If a black guy can find a way not to work, it will be that guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, that guy is very funny. I've seen him in quite a few things.
Yeah.
Was he in Bad Santa as well?
Yep. And he was also in Boys in the Hood.
Yeah. Bad Santa I like because, I'm not a fan of these. I mean, I guess Elf's it's a family movie, whatever. But I like it when you see them people talking like they would talk.
What do you mean, them people?
Actors.
Stana, calm down. Okay.
But yeah, and it actually sometimes is really funny when someone that's in a movie as big as Elf, and then you see him in that saying "fuck motherfucker, cunt, fuck motherfucker," and you're just like, whoa.
Well, acting. You got all kinds of roles if you're doing it right.
Yeah. Did you ever see the British movie Trainspotting?
It's been a long time.
Because the Robert Carlyle, who's been in a lot of stuff since, he was saying that when he filmed that show, he would stay in a hotel while they were filming because he was. I'm not saying he was a method actor, but he said that he was in his head of the character because he doesn't act like the character does in real life. And he said he was scared to be at his house with his kid in case accidentally his kid said something and he says something like out of the fucking movie because he says cunt and fucking that movie 9,000 times. So,
right.
Yeah.
I just sent you over a link in your email.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Let me rephrase that. Now I did, so that way you can see.
Okay, because I just got an email saying, "Are you bored? Log into Chatterbait," and I'm like, "Okay, that's on brand for what you're sending."
Right, not too far off though. So I figured, yeah. So like he was in trouble for child support like that. Meanwhile, you have Elon Musk getting shit talked by his ex, and she won't shut up for $40 million. Like, where does she? I want to know what her back end is. That she's like, $40 million. That's not enough to keep me quiet.
$40 million is like a fucking penny.
Yeah.
Did you want me to share this on the screen? Did you want this shared?
Yeah. We could share that. I didn't see a TikTok, or it would have been easier.
No particular.
There's probably like a dozen of them too. But no, I'm saying like, what were we just talking about? You fucked me all up now because you're getting all confusing.
After a contentious hearing in a Hillsborough County courtroom. 10 Tampa Bay News reporter Kristen Barbarisi joins us from the courthouse now with what happened.
Love was arrested in California just over 2 weeks ago for failing to surrender. court
been around
charges.
forever.
There were tense exchanges, not just between Love and the mother of his child, but the attorneys too.
He said he didn't have $100,000. Is what he's saying the truth or not?
Attorneys sparred over child support payments.
And he's sitting there in a wheelchair in the courtroom. In cuffs.
Seated in the wheelchair, Love repeatedly expressed frustration as he defended his record as a father.
Your Honor, what you were hearing was a frustrated black man saying, "What is this? I've always taken care of my daughter."
You see your daughter too, right?
Yes, I had just saw her. This lady had dropped her off and gave her money because she just had a new daughter and she didn't have no.
Let's not just keep to this. I don't want you to get
Wait,
upset.
some random lady dropped off his kid? Is that what he said?
No, his baby mama just had a different baby and dropped off his kid with him so she could spend time with the new daughter.
I'm sorry, but I did laugh when he said he takes care of his daughter, and the lawyer said, "And you see her too, right?"
Right. Well, no, because you can
that's
find
white lawyer with black. That's
right.
White
But
lawyer.
you got to
with
make
black
sure
lawyer.
that it's both though. That's what he's trying to establish in the court.
I know. I just think it's funny that he would say, "But you do see her too, right?"
Hiding income from Tiffany Lee, the mother of his child. Love says he is broke and living with a friend who pays his bills.
What is the balance in that bank account?
Right now, probably about $99.
But Lee's
bitch
attorney
ain't one.
painted a different picture.
Right?
He's earning about $20,000 per comedy show. He does several shows in a weekend.
Love's attorney denied
Like he still does comedy and stuff too, but I mean we know how that pays.
together just to keep her from collecting.
He specifically told me that I wasn't going to get a dime, and that he was going to stop working.
I can see that part of it too. Fuck you, you ain't getting shit. I don't have that kind of money no more.
Right. What is she looking for?
They're
Like
like-
10 grand a month?
Well, he's in the rears of $250,000.
Yeah, she ain't seeing that.
So she probably had the baby right after Elf when he was making the big money. And they don't lower it right away. You have to petition to have it lowered every time you're not making money. Which if he's still doing some acting gigs, but like it's not, it's not at the pace and stature where he was before that.
I like how his lawyer just shouted out, "Are you a citizen or something?"
Yeah.
That guy's fucking clutching at straws.
Angry, and that he was that he could have ICE raid my home.
But it's like he's getting $10,000 a year in royalty checks, which isn't bad if you have something else going on. However, that's where he's all fucked up right now. On the other hand, you have fucking, like I said, Elon has 15 kids now, and so does Nick Cannon. And both of them.
Yeah, but Nick Cannon's not in the not in the league of fucking Elon Musk financially.
No, but he takes care of all of them too, and he sees them. So
he's got a whole fucking NBA team fucking coming over.
No football.
Oh, okay.
When you have 14
yeah.
kids, yeah.
Yeah.
You have it. If they're playing offense and defense, you can play both ways and have subs.
Can you imagine if he has a cookout and he pays these people so much money and like child support and stuff that they all get along at the cookout, like Mariah Carey's there and fucking the other baby mamas, and they're just all hanging out because they're all okay with Nick Cannon because he pays them the right amount of money?
Well, no. What usually happens is whatever arrangement they have for the custody, they're cool with that. And the kids get along, from what I hear and see. Because like he does things like for all of their birthdays, he takes all of them to Disneyland, which is not cheap. Because he's like doing a day just for them, where you have to drop a couple $100,000 to have the park to yourself for the day.
I was gonna say he's probably paying for the park to leave him alone,
right? And I don't know what kid would not like that. Is all I'm saying.
That's got to be more than a couple $100,000 when you think about it.
Probably.
I was looking at tickets, and it was like $200 a day per person.
Right.
So
it's
if
probably like a million.
how many people go through Disney World in a fucking day?
A lot.
Let's have a look. Because I'm just doing 200 times that in a day.
Hold on a second. How much does it cost to rent Disneyland for a day?
It says between 150 and 250,000 per day across.
Right, that's what I'm saying. A couple $100,000. That's worth it.
No, what I'm saying is if they're 150 to 250,000 people per day hit those 4 parks in total. If they're getting $200 from each of those guys,
3.1 million. Hold on, it's 3.1 million. You need to rent out each ride for $50,000.
Yeah, there you go. That's a bit. Those numbers are a bit, because Disney's not going to turn away $1 million a day to give Nick Cannon the fucking park for fucking $100,000.
Well, they'll do it on like a Tuesday when nobody's going to be there. But I know what you're saying.
I know. I absolutely understand the Tuesday. Also go in fucking May and not August.
Right. Not height of tourist season.
Plus,
it's probably April, not May. 200
degrees. I still don't understand how people can do that fucking shit in 120 degrees. It's crazy.
It depends. Well, you got to remember, he's doing Disneyland, not Disney World. Disney World.
I didn't mean him I just meant in general. Fucking the amount of heat. The amount of times I've gone to parks with kids and grandkids and stuff, laid out fucking stupid amount of money for them parks. Right. And then an hour and a half in, they're like, I can't stand the heat. I'm going home. And I'm like, I just laid out $240 for you to be here. Motherfucker, you're still going to be riding these rides at 8 p.m.
You're done when I say you're done.
Yeah, exactly.
You are not done. You know why? I paid. You don't go home yet.
Yeah, you're not getting the car keys.
Right.
Because I'm not getting arrested for you sitting in the car in the heat for fucking 10 hours. So I'm just not giving you the keys.
Exactly.
Do you see that woman that fucking is getting deported? Because her kid had to piss. So she fucking went to a mall, left her little kid in the car, went into the mall to take the other kid to take a piss, took half an hour to find the bathrooms. And when she came back, the cops are at her car. And the next thing you know, ICE fucking grabbed her.
Well, that just makes sense.
And she was perfectly legal up to that point. But apparently, child endangerment is on their list of, well, they don't have a list. They make it up as they go along at this point. But
no, that's on the list. That's actually a law. It's on the books.
No. I'm saying ICE's list of reasons to grab you is as vague as vague at this point.
It's really not. It's if you're breaking the law, and there's lots of laws in this country.
They're only supposed to fucking. Okay, so I was reading a stat the other day that came right from ICE that their numbers are 52% of people that are locked up in these ICE prisons now either have a record or are pending a record. But not necessarily anything really crazy. But 48% have nothing. 48% have no charges, nothing pending, no convictions.
Well, there's one that's there, but they don't, it's a misdemeanor charge.
Yeah.
Entering the country illegally. It is still
you know what? I was reading that. I was reading the other day, and that is not a misdemeanor charge unless you've been deported once. It's civil. The first time, if you haven't been deported,
it is a civil offense.
Yeah, which means it ain't a criminal. Which means it's not.
If you don't have the money, what happens? You don't have the money to pay for your fine.
It's civil. They can't.
I know, but if you get a fine for doing something and you have no money to pay for it, what usually happens?
Well, civil is judgments. It's not a fine. So there's none of that. You're going to jail because you didn't pay your civil.
No, I didn't say no. If you don't pay the government money you owe them, they can jail you. I guess you never heard of the IRS.
IRS is a lot more powerful than the other shit.
I agree. But if you owe the government money, which the IRS collects for the government, they will jail you. Why do you pay your taxes every year?
No, I understand.
Why do we not cheat on our taxes?
You actually can't. I don't think you can go to jail for not paying your taxes. I think you can go to jail if you lie on your taxes.
No, you can do it for both.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Trust me, I know. There was a mishap for like 2 years that were not filed properly, so they never received all the paperwork. And I didn't care because I owed them. So I was not in a hurry to correct any of it. Therefore, when they finally went to my job and says, well, either we're going to garnish at least 50% of his wages and or find a way to get jail time. I'm like, all right, I need a day off so I can go take care of this.
Okay, so the first time you get caught, there's no fines. You just get kicked out of the country.
All right, and how do they do that? They detain you before they send you out.
Yeah, but there's no. What I'm saying is there's no. Here's a $500 fine. You can go now. There's none of that.
But still, you're detained, so that's why. It's not for no reason.
But I'm saying, is that technically, unless you came back in after you got booted out, that's not criminal. It's civil.
Right.
You know.
But still, that's why they're
it's
holding.
Almost like an eviction. You're getting evicted.
That's why they are holding. It's not for nothing. There is a reason. Whether you like the reason or not, there is a reason.
No, I'm not arguing about that, but I'm saying is the whole fucking scoop with this originally was we're going to get out the rapists, the murderers, the drug dealers, and all these crazy people. But now only 7% of the people that are being held fit that demographic, whereas 93% don't.
Well,
you know, it all goes back to the fact that they're paying these ICE people bonuses for anyone they get deported. So they just show up outside every Home Depot and take everybody. Because if they get one person out of that gets deported, they get 30 grand, right? So why wouldn't you take everybody?
Well, they're doing a little bit of everything. That's what I'm saying. Either way,
I'm not with the immigration stuff, to be honest with you. I'm not. I don't think there's someone who's going to court to try and straighten their shit out should be getting arrested at the courthouse. That is fucking bullshit.
Well, that I agree with.
That's the thing that turned me off the whole thing. You know.
But that's I
think they're just grabbing everyone because it's the lottery, isn't it? You grab 30 people that are illegal, you'll find one that's on the list, and then boom, you get a big check.
Right, but that's the thing. Like, before this started happening, like you remember going to Home Depot or to 7-Eleven. It's like, hey, who's here? Who needs work today?
Yeah,
none of them were legal. Everybody knew where to go. It wasn't a secret.
Right.
Right. So if you're looking to pick up people that aren't here on the proper identification and shit like that, or however you want to phrase it, you know where you got to go.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And so it's not rocket science. It's like, oh, we're here to do this. I could get a bonus if I get. Let's round it all up.
I don't think in that business,
usual suspects.
In that business, there should not be bonuses or targets as far as numbers.
Well. That's historically in this country. That's what it is, though.
Yeah, like the police don't have fucking targets for their pullovers at the end of the month. You know
what it is. You know how they changed that like 30 years ago. They don't have quotas. They have performance assessment numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I was told that about 30 years ago. Like so you got your quota, right? Yeah, you're bothering me. It's like. And we were at work. We were just bullshitting. Somebody I happen to know. He's like, let me correct you on that. I'm like, sure. Tell me something I think I don't know. Let's try this. I'm like, so that's the quota that you get into. He's like, well, we don't call it that. I'm like, yeah, but if you look in the definition of that, it's still a freaking quota.
If you type in what he said into a thesaurus, quota is another word for what he said.
Right, exactly. Don't give me that nonsense.
I mean, let's be honest though. Even if they don't have quotas, if one guy works there and only pulls over 4 people in the month, he's getting fired, right? So I mean, they have to fucking at least manage numbers somehow.
Well, that's why he would get fired because he's not meeting their duty standard.
Right.
The number of standard for that is required.
If you hired a cop for your town and he spent the whole time letting people off and just saying next time you're going to get in trouble. That would, in some towns, that would actually be very helpful and would educate younger people. But at the end of the month, when they look up how much money they've made in tickets from him and it says 0, who's going to shout about that? The town.
Right. Well, you got to remember now, back in the day when they used to get away with doing that, because that used to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like there'd be a time like if you were drinking and you're like, hey, dude, you shouldn't be driving. Get in the passenger seat. I'll drop you off. We'll figure out,
I have a friend that in the 80s was driven home numerous times.
Right. So, but think about how much they were able to save lives, not have to worry about arresting people, but that shit was still going on.
Right.
And, the cities can make more money by, fuck it, let's just arrest everybody. Let's ticket everybody, arrest everybody. Now they're making money. Why would you stop?
I mean, I watch, the cop shows a lot, and they have people that have been pulled over for suspended license 18 times, and some of these states now have habitual. Habitual is now a crime. It's either a misdemeanor or a felony when you get to a certain number of tickets for being suspended driving.
That makes sense.
Then you see
how
somebody.
How far back did they go? Do I have to worry?
Yeah, since they had computers.
All right, so I'm screwed.
Yeah. But
I use the computers as my reason. Like, I thought I paid that.
Yeah.
Now we got on the computer. You have.
You're like in Ferris Bueller when the principal when he's not touching kids, but when the principal is looking at
he's been out 9 times this year.
Yeah. Do you remember? Yeah. 8, 7, 6.
I love that movie. I don't care. That's an.
I watched that again the other day. I think I watched the 4K one of it. I've been going down the lane with the better definition copies of like things like movies like Top Gun, fucking all the old Arnie movies, Commando, Raw Deal.
Okay.
Basically anything I had in my video store in the late 80s, early 90s, mid to late 80s.
Right.
That was on a VHS. And I've been still building my arcade system in my house. I just loaded all the Nintendo 64.
You're just a busy little bee, aren't you?
Yeah, I've been going nuts, bro. Do you know how bad the graphic? Remember when Nintendo 64 came out and how cool it was? Did you ever play the Nintendo 64?
No, I wasn't.
It was one of the better ones at the time.
I wasn't rich like you. We couldn't afford that shit.
But you knew way more people that could steal that shit for you. So I don't know what you're talking about. But I just set it up on my system.
There were some things that people I knew that found that fell off a truck.
That's what I'm saying. But I just put that system on my 4K TV. Holy shit, is it bad? Holy fucking shit, is it bad? And it's one of the better ones. You know what one's really good? The Dreamcast system still holds up. But
I believe it.
Not the N64. I've been playing Outrun for like fucking days now. Remember Outrun?
No.
Car racing game?
Is that the one where they shoot the oil slick?
No, that's fucking fuck. No, I don't think that's Outrun.
I don't.
No,
I don't remember what game that was, but I used to like that game, even though I was terrible at it. It was like being, James Bond. It would put out the oil slick behind you. Poof, go.
Yeah, I remember. Let me see.
That
was Mario Kart.
No, that wasn't. Trust me, it wasn't Mario Kart. It was something I played like in arcades.
Okay, hold on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how I know it's not Mario Kart.
Because that's what came out. That's what I had in my head when you said it.
No, Mario Kart, they had shit similar to that, where they throw shit and you'd slide all over. It was fun, but...
You're not thinking of Spy Hunter, are you?
Maybe.
Spy Hunter was a vertical game. That's like really fucking primitive, that one.
No, that game's too new. Oh, maybe not. 83.
Yeah,
maybe
that's all.
Yeah, no, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I made a mistake of thinking of something that's a little bit 3D-ish and techie like Mario Kart. I forgot that we're of the school that actually going to the arcade with the quarters.
Right.
In England it was a 10p, but same thing. But yeah.
Was it 10 pence?
10 pence.
I know 10 pence.
Yeah. Didn't he run with Trump?
Yes. And I know Paul is 15 stone.
Yeah. Yeah, not far off.
No, I saw what about Tecmo Bowl? That would be one if they brought that, something like updated that. Because that was just those graphics. It was a game.
Dude, next time you're at my house when you bring your next new car, you have to come in and see the system I've set up. I broke 100,000 with the games on it. I'm at 102,000 now.
All right.
Going back to every computer you've ever thought of, every arcade system. Yeah, I've been going nuts with it. But it has all that old shit. What was I playing? I was playing Pengo today. You remember Pengo? We had to slide the ice cubes into a line, and that would win the game. Little penguin.
No.
What about Bubble Bobble?
I know Bubble Witch Saga.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, I've been going down a.
Oh man,
my wife's like, "Well, now you're a game player." And I'm like, "It's not called games. It's called retro gaming."
Retro gaming, yes.
It's called retro gaming. So shut the fuck up. I could be outside fucking bitches. Instead, I'm in here playing Pac-Man 24/7. So leave me the fuck alone.
So wait. So I used to take David up to Boston like every spring.
For real, or you just told him you took him?
No, for real. And it was called PAX East. It was like the Penny Arcade Exchange. It was yeah. And it's like huge for all the gaming people. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm not letting my 10-year-old go up to Boston by himself. I'll take you out. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check it out. I can have some fun. You could have some fun. I'll go find a mic. Whatever.
In New Jersey, there's at least 5 or 6 full retro arcades you can go to still.
Yeah.
Collingwood, I think it was Collingwood I saw has it might not be, but anyway.
But there's also a couple they got rid of too.
They had a massive arcade like the size of a Walmart or something crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool.
No, but I would I went to that thing, and the one year they had a separate room for all the retro games.
Oh, I'd be in there the whole time. Fuck that new shit.
And David's like, "Can we go somewhere else? I'm tired. Can we go somewhere else?" I'm like, "Yeah, well, listen, you had your fun. It's my turn."
Yeah, you go in the other room.
We're here. You wait now.
Yeah.
I waited online for you to meet this one. I waited for you to meet that one. Now you're waiting for me to meet Pac-Man.
Now this is when you break out the fact that in 1991 you could beat the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game if you just continued indefinitely pushing quarters into it. It would let you hit continue, and it took me and my buddy 4.5 hours, and I don't even know how much money, but we finished the fucking game on the first day.
I did not. I know you could continue. I just didn't know how far you could go and what that even.
Oh
means.
no, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when it came out, you could fucking just keep going. They just wanted your money. They just wanted that fucking money. There was that, and there was one called Hard Driving, which was a car driving game. That was pretty cool. It actually had the gears actually work with like a clutch. It was the only game I've ever seen that had a clutch. So if you don't know how to drive stick, you could drive this game. It's pretty cool.
All right.
But again, 80s. 1990 maybe.
Like I remember Pac-Man, they had the glitch level where you could get to the the limo.
Yes, Donkey Kong had that too. If you watch that documentary, which I may or may not have mentioned previously on this program, there's a documentary called King of Kong, where these two maniacs hold the world record for the fucking Donkey Kong, and then they're all calling each other liars, and they're hacking the boards on the fucking games, and they sit in in an arcade for 3.5 fucking days, and you get to the kill screen. Yeah, where it's what it is it doesn't store all those levels. There's not enough room to store 500 levels or whatever it is on a chip. Because remember how small chips were back then, size-wise? So it uses a calculation. It literally does a weird calculation in the memory and picks a block of memory that's doing something completely different, and it uses that to build the page. So when you get to the end, it's just random garbage. Because they didn't say, hey, there's only going to be 200 levels. They said, just keep going. Just keep fucking going.
Yeah,
they were absolutely counting on the fact that no one was getting there.
Right. Who thought you would? You know what I mean? It just throws everything off.
Well, if you watch this King of Kong documentary, you'll see at least 2 or 3 fucking people that you're like, yes, they would sit in an arcade for 4.5 days.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
I knew people that did that.
If anyone's watching and they watched King of Kong, it's these fucking nut jobs that fucking just have to beat Donkey Kong. And the break even is right around 1 million. Some guy had 990,000 something, and then one guy broke 1 million, and then the next guy beat it by this guy had a perfect game where he hit every barrel, he did every single thing perfectly through the whole thing for 4.5 days.
That's crazy.
Yeah, didn't fuck up, didn't die, never died, just kept going.
That's a lot of time. I like to enjoy my life.
How do you take a piss?
Yeah. It's like people hanging out on New Year's Eve in Times Square. I'm not wearing a diaper because I want to enjoy a video game. There's very few
I think we had this conversation, didn't we? I'm like, how I don't know. How do you sit at the front of a music festival, get there at 10 a.m. and the thing's not on until 10 p.m. just so you get the front row?
Right.
Are they all wearing diapers, or is it just so hot that they don't piss?
No, it's a little bit of everything. You got you have all the little outhouses there, but then you're still going back and forth.
No, if I'm in the front, I'm not going to no outhouse.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just saying though, like, and then also, and I never figured out how some of these musicians can do a 3-hour set. I mean, I see like, big pop singers, they go off the stage, the stage changes, right. The costume changes. So yes, they can go take a shit if they need to. But some of these singers, they're just a band. There's no big theatrics or any shit. It's like fucking, Rod Stewart is on the stage for 3.5 fucking hours, never takes a piss.
Well, that's what he has the gerbil for.
Yeah. That's not some shit, and I don't think he's getting that off his pee hole.
But he tinkles a little in his underwear, and the gerbil gets to eat the underwear. It's a win-win, they call it.
You've been watching way too much porn.
No. It wasn't porn. It's e-fucked.
Yeah, I know. But, yeah. So what else is new? Oh, are we going to talk about the big controversy on Facebook?
If you want.
Well,
I know very little. I want to know what actually happened with the other people that kind of blew it. Like, I heard that girl say she hated her. And then there was a response from a couple other comics that said, we just work with her, fuck her.
So apparently it started by this person we're talking about is very vocal on Facebook about racial hatred in different countries. Like a lot of the stuff that's going on in England, she posts, where the Muslims are doing stuff in England. And
they're beheading people.
Yeah, exactly. The beheading thing is a bit, it's that. And then I'm sure she's saying stuff in America about, that. And then somehow, somewhere, she called 2 comics that we know the N-word at a show, apparently. And it all kicked off. And then she posted more shit on Facebook. And that's when that girl went in and started calling her a cancer of comedy. So yeah, and then everybody on the left side.
If you did that, you kind of are.
Yeah. Well, if you've ever seen her do stand-up, it's all Holocaust, not, fucking racial. And she books a lot of shows, producing-wise, and she's very good at it because she knows how to fill a room.
Right.
I mean, I guess if you wave your stuff around you, that helps. But she doesn't go on stage because no one books her because the material she does is not something that people would like. And I've seen her do her stuff, and it's like, I don't know where you'd book this person as a comedian.
Right.
I can't think. Maybe Kill Tony. I don't know. Maybe even Kill Tony would probably get offended by it.
Oh, no, he wouldn't get offended. He'd be like, all right, so you're an asshole.
Yeah, I'm saying you walk in there and say, let's kill this group, and then you're sitting there going, punchline?
Yeah. That's never good.
But I've done shows for her. She's amazing at putting shows together. She's got so many venues, And then I understood what that one girl said, she, it's her stick. It's her stick. That's what she does. And she's like, yeah, but it's not a stick. It's just, hatred. But whatever. But she doesn't really perform. She does
European Nazis. I gotcha.
And then they're like, the 2 guys that called the N-word, one of them was saying, why do you guys not come to me and talk to me about it when, she asked you to do the show? And until that post the day before yesterday, I didn't even know anything about that shit. It doesn't help that I'm off Facebook again, by the way. So I had no idea. And apparently this happened a while ago. I never knew. So, I mean, how would I know to ask someone who I've worked with, but I didn't know. I did not know that happened. You know what? Because I got tired of the fucking drama.
Right. I don't pay attention to that shit.
Plus, I'm away from it now because I'm not. I'm on Facebook this much, just reading little things here and there, not doing anything big. But then there was another whole drama thing between a very cuddly Spanish gentleman and someone who ran shows at a theater in East Rutherford, somewhere there. A whole thing kicked off about somebody that bailed on a show fucking ages ago, and
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know, but someone we know had a conversation with the girl that we're talking about, and and that person is still going to do their shows. And here's why. They say
he's only going to be the videographer if he doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. But
because she's okay.
He basically said he basically said these people that are arguing about it are insignificant. And I said, if you stop doing this show, are these other people going to fill the hole of your finances? You know,
right.
I mean, obviously, one of the things that other girl said in a post, you know, it was, you know, you don't need the $100 that badly. But there are some people that the money from comedy is a part of their income, if not their whole income.
Right.
Like I am one of those people, you know. I'm able to have hobbies like playing games because I make some money doing comedy. And if I ever leave my job and retire, there's a group of us that you're one of who have talked about supplementing retirement by doing some stuff. You know,
exactly.
So you know, I know it's not a valid argument if you're talking about, well, you shouldn't work with this person because of this, you know. But if this person's paying this and they're a piece of shit, they're saying this person's a piece of shit, you shouldn't work for them. And I'm like,
what is your
are you gonna give me gigs? Because I gotta eat. And I'm not saying you should do gigs for a person like that. I'm not saying that. So fucking don't. If you're watching this,
you have to still make.
But I need to make money somewhere. So, out of all the people that were talking in that whole thread, one person's booked me.
Right.
And I'm friends with nearly all of them. I'm friends with them. It's fine. There's some really cool people in there. There's a couple of dickheads.
I'm still friends with them.
One of the you know more than you think you probably do, just from you. If you saw him, you'd be like, oh yeah, okay. But
also, yeah, I don't pay that close attention.
You know, it's like when I got booted off of Facebook, I'm just, you know, the thing that pissed me off the most was I had a lot of spare time to build arcade machines. But I was thinking, I'm like, it's cool to hang out with these people at open mics, but there's no other benefit to it.
Right.
You know, I'm not losing.
I'm not losing gigs for a couple of years now.
What gigs are we losing by suddenly not being in communication with this group of people?
Right.
You know, there's 3 or 4 people that are there that are cool people, and I'd work for them. I've worked for them in the past. You know, and I'm not saying I would work for this girl again. So it's kind of, I'm trying to explain this the right way. I understand. I understand that, you know, you shouldn't work for this person, and I'm not saying just because I need to make money, I'm going to go work for her. But I do need to make money somewhere.
Right. You still need to do comedy and get paid from it.
And I'm not saying, you know, because they're like, oh, if you work for this person, you're dead to me, you know.
Right.
And I'm like, well, yeah, all right, I'm not, you know, give me a gig, and then I want fucking, I got a mortgage to pay.
Right.
You know, so, and if I had a choice with all that shit going on, I wouldn't work for that person just because I don't want to get fucking involved in it or be, you know, labeled, as you call it.
Right.
You know, you're labeled as someone who'd work with a person like that.
Hey, listen, you want to know my position? None of them book me on either side of that argument. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
So,
and I've worked for that person 3 times in 3 years.
Right.
So it's not gonna put a dent in finances either way, you know. But if all of a sudden nobody wanted to work with her, she offered you 10 gigs in the next 3 months, are you gonna say no? I'm gonna make that decision when it happens. You know what I mean, though. Yeah. I mean, I do understand these people saying do that, but you know, I'm not doing it. It's stage time. It's got nothing to do. I'm not going up there in my fucking Nazi uniform saying the person who books this is a Nazi and I'm a Nazi too because I fucking do the shows. Right. You know, you have to have no brain. If it's such a big fucking deal, what? Call these venues and fucking tell them and see what they feel about it. Right. By the way, shh. There was someone that was posting, I'm going to find out where she's working. And I'm going to see what they feel about that. Yeah. And I mean, I understand that.
She's not working the gig. She's just producing behind the scenes. So it's not her on stage there.
Yeah, but they're saying I would have to do more diligence about this whole thing. It's like I like those people that are talking, and I don't want to not be part of that group.
Right.
But
there's
way more variables involved in this. There's way more variables.
I agree.
And I don't support the stuff she's posting, the extreme stuff. Some of the stuff she posts about England, I'm sorry, but I agree with it because England has gone to fucking shit with the immigration stuff. It really has.
Ever since you left, it went to hell.
The rest of you can fuck off if you've got an opinion about that because I grew up there. I've never been out of New Jersey, so who the fuck are you to say what the fuck's going on in another country? Talk about fucking. One of the guys that wrote that, they said the sign off on their whole post was "fuck MAGA comics."
Yes, I saw that.
And I'm like, how are you just lumping all these people in together? Just because they don't agree with you doesn't mean There are some MAGA people that are not nuts. There's extreme MAGA people, which is the people you see on the TV doing crazy shit. But there's some people that follow MAGA as just regular people that say, okay, I agree with Trump. I want to make America great again, right?
There's people that don't like Trump that they label as MAGA people because they have an opinion that's different from theirs.
Yeah, I don't think people that are in that group are bad. I think there's extreme people in every side.
Right. There's good people on both sides.
I bet in my town where I live, it's a very, MAGA-ish kind of area I'm in. And I don't see anyone in my street with fucking Donald Trump signs outside their house.
Right.
Or fucking Biden with a noose or anything fucking retarded like that.
Right.
There's none of that down here, where I live. So there's no extreme. So you shouldn't be talking shit about just regular people that voted a different way to you.
Agreed. I totally agree with that.
And if you guys are in so much, you guys are only in control on the internet. Off the internet, you're just doing. No one cares.
Right.
And if it's so bad, why did you lose? Why didn't you mobilize? Why didn't you fucking get everybody that to fucking do whatever? You know why? Because more people wanted to go the other way.
Yep.
And you don't agree with that? That's fine. Stop crying about it. And your next project should be to make sure it doesn't happen again. What is it? End of 2028 is when the election is, November? Yeah. Spend your time fucking figuring that out. So your side wins, and then you'll be happy. And I guarantee when your side wins, if they do, you'll find something that they do wrong that you fucking hate. Because no politician is perfect, so I don't care.
Yeah, they all suck.
Yeah. The whole two-party system in America is the biggest problem.
No.
And haggling on laws.
With Stormer, that's the problem. That's why he had to step down.
Well, we have 4 big parties now.
I know.
Everybody said, fuck this, and they joined the fucking Reform Party. So the guy that was on a TV show, which ironic that fucking, everyone's like, Trump was a fucking reality TV show guy.
Well, think about this, though. What is the parallel between those two, the guy in the Ukraine?
He's a comedian.
Right, and it was on TV. He did a TV show a couple years ago about running for president as a comedian. And guess what happened? He ran and won. And
Nigel Farage in England he doesn't win the next election, I would be very fucking surprised.
Right.
And he was the one who pushed Brexit. That's where that all started.
Yeah. But you also have Milei down in Argentina, who's just running on TV, just yelling absurd shit all the time. He became popular down there from that.
But none of that I'm telling you right now, none of that stuff would have happened if it wasn't for social media.
I don't know about that.
I don't think you would have voted a guy off reality TV to be a president if there wasn't a huge campaign on social media. I don't know.
Listen, did that have a factor? Sure. It wasn't the biggest factor.
I don't know.
But listen,
it enables people to mobilize.
You were living in this country when Oprah was pushing him to run back in 2000, and Hillary Clinton was pushing him to run in 2000. Like, the people on the left wanted him to be president.
He was a Democrat then, right?
Right. He was a lifelong Democrat. They're like, yeah, you should do this. And then he's like, I'll do it, but I'm going to be a Republican. And they're like, what? Well, fuck you now. We don't.
Well, actually, no. I think didn't he not get the nomination or something, and that's when he flipped?
No, he stopped running. He had the exploratory committee started looking into it. He's like, I don't want to do it at this time. I'm not ready yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to do it unless I know I'm going to win.
Right. No, that's that's obviously a good choice.
Right.
But
listen, you know what social media did help him with? Not spending a lot of money on his campaign.
Right. Right.
You know, you had everybody spending all that money against him. He's like, yeah, and he'd go and say something retarded on TV. Like, do you believe what he said? That was just free press for him.
Hey, bad press is better than no press.
Exactly. He knows that. He's been in the media for the last half century.
And then all the left are, instead of campaigning for their next win, which is what they should do, if it's so important to you that the Republicans aren't in, you should, every ounce of your body should be on getting the Democrats in next time.
Theoretically.
Not posting bullshit on Facebook.
Right.
Because a fucking cartoon of fucking Donald doing whatever, it's not going to get anybody to change their vote.
Right. Why would it?
Well, I don't know, but for some reason people seem to think, you know.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm going to post a meme.
Yeah.
I'll show him.
And if the Democrats get in next time and they do a better job, I'll be one of the people that go, yeah, you're right. Because I'm not one of them people that was brought up at fucking gunpoint by my parents saying, you're a Republican, you know?
I
came into the country as a neutral, and I started reading, and I picked sides in different things. I couldn't even vote until, you know, I was legit. And that was 2017. So I only got one real vote in. Actually, no, two. I'm lying. I got, what I get, 2020 and 2024, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did too. But
as a lifelong Democrat myself, I was told that way back when. Mm-hmm. This is who we vote for.
That's what I'm saying. People in this country are brought up and they have, this is the team. This is the team you're in. This is the religion.
That team goes into politics. It all extends the same way.
That's what I'm saying. Sports team, religion, politics. And wasn't there one more? I can't remember. There's at least three of them.
It's all the same.
You know, our family is Democrat. Our family are Giants fans.
But you also got to remember, at a certain point, you have to think for yourself. You can't just do it, you know, what you want to do. It's like, as an adult, you need to look into the stuff yourself.
That's why I think it'll be interesting if the two-party system went away, or at least, you know, there was a couple more parties that had a shot. You know, because they need.
Well, you know what? But this is the problem. Every time somebody thinks there is, both sides go against that third party, and it fucks them all up. Which is why you have people that decided, hey, we're going to take over this party, this side of the party, and this way, you know, this wing of this party, and take that over. And on the other side, they did the same thing.
Now, if they took away the thing that England doesn't have, which is allowing companies to donate to parties, do you think that would level the playing field a bit?
What do you mean?
Well, you know how companies are allowed to make donations to campaigns?
Yeah.
In England, they don't allow that. So the finances are much lower and much more equal.
It may or may not help, but it's still a pain in the ass.
Yeah. They'll find a way. They'll get some dead person to make the donation.
There was actually like a politician that died today in New Jersey. He was 101 years old, Guarini.
Okay.
And like he was like family friend. Democrat, I helped on his campaign as a child. Here, you want $10, kid? And to a 5-year-old in the 70s, $10 was a lot of money. That was a lot of candy and toys for a 5-year-old back then, and pizza. So yeah, they're like, here's $10. Go do this, this, and this. I'm like, all right, done. That's right. I'm a Democrat. Look at me. Woo! Take their signs down. All right, we'll give you $1 a sign. Deal.
So we just got a comment. I'm not going to say who, but you'll probably ruin it anyway. It said, thank you for reminding me that why retards are not allowed to vote. Appreciate it.
I can come from a few places.
Yeah.
I did not see that one.
No, it's on my text.
Oh, okay.
This person, you know, is too scared of, you know, a bunch of open micers writing, you know, cancellation texts about him.
But Blair should know better by now.
Even though this person who will remain nameless had a person on your podcast hating him. But anyway,
Jonesy? James Mack?
Oh my god!
Blink twice if it's him.
No,
I was only once. Damn.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy the power of Facebook. I mean, it even goes back to what we were talking about at the start. The power of a few people to start shit against somebody else with the internet is so much more than it used to be without.
What do you mean?
Well, one person can write something on Facebook now and 1 million people read it. How did that work? How did that work before there was the internet? How did those people couldn't mobilize? They couldn't. There was no way they'd have to find their way on a TV show.
It did happen. It took a lot longer.
Can you name one person who was canceled in the 80s?
Yeah, Roman Polanski.
He just went to another country and kept making movies.
Couldn't stay in this country. He got canceled.
Did he ever come back? Did he come back in the end? I can't remember.
No, he still hasn't. He's not allowed back.
Yeah, no, he's allowed back. He just will go to jail if he comes back.
Right, so he's canceled. Right, he's not
coming
back.
But I mean, other than that, okay. But I mean, now you read about comics every 5 minutes and political people every 5 minutes.
Well, but think about this. So we went from having your 6 o'clock news, right? When we were kids, whatever it was in England at the time, you had your evening news. They told you what was happening. All right, on to the next day. You ate, you went to bed, whatever. Then in late 80s, was it CNN? Now the news was on all the time. And the only way to fill that is by going and saying, look at this. This is what's going on. And then 10 years later almost, you have the Fox News. Breaking news. And they're going the other side. And this is the hysteria here. And this is the hysteria there. So everybody's like, how do we get in on it? Social media. Let's do that. Now everybody is on edge 24 hours a day because they're fucking morons.
Yep. That pretty much covers it.
Yeah. That's why they shouldn't be allowed to vote, I heard.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I want to get someone from that whole argument on the show.
Not today.
I think it would just go crazy if we did.
Yeah, no good could come of that.
Actually, it'd be good if we got one from each side.
No. Not today. That's what something like in a couple months, all right, so now that this person's irrelevant, because if what they're saying is going to make them irrelevant, we'll know in a couple months.
Right.
And if it makes them more popular, which I doubt, and it shouldn't, we'll be like, holy shit, that just made them bigger and stronger.
Hey, they tried to cancel Shane Gillis off of SNL. He got canceled off SNL, and now he's fucking massive than he ever would have been.
Right. That's the rare
Louis
occasion.
C.K.'s back.
Yep.
Norton went on the tour with him.
Well, remember they tried to cancel Bill Burr and Dave Chappelle? You can't cancel people that have that kind of following.
Yeah. You think
Dave
Chappelle cares about fucking 2,000 people on Facebook?
Right. 2,000 people on Facebook means nothing.
Right.
2 million people, maybe.
Yeah.
Just because they're liking doesn't really mean much, but if they're sharing, that'll throw it all off. So wait, have you heard of the VC box? As my tech guy.
Yeah, you're talking about one of those fake-ass IPTV boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an Android box. The only thing that's fake-ass about it is they load an app on it that does the IPTV. Okay.
And what is your thought on them?
You can put money into it. I wouldn't spend too much because they disappear. Some of them last years before they get whacked. Some of them last as soon as they get popular. Somebody notices them and then they get whacked.
Okay.
You know, I mean, one of the ones I use is like $8 a month or $80 a year, which is nothing compared. Some of them want $20-$30 a month, or they only have an annual fee of like $200. I wouldn't be happy putting $200-$300 for a year and then it dies a weekend. You know what I mean?
Well, a friend of mine that has been to a few of our shows, he got his box for $300, and that's it.
No, I've heard of those ones too. But again, you're relying on it. You know, if it lasts a year, for that much, it's worth it.
Right. Well, his lasted a couple years so far. So
Yeah. I mean, they come and go, and you know, some of them, the ones that get whacked, it's the back end of it that gets whacked, so they can redirect to another provider. So you might lose it for a day or two, and then all of a sudden it's back again.
Right.
You know, because there's a very limited number of back end people for that shit. A lot of all these companies, whatever you want to call them, are doing it. They're all sharing back end resources. So the governments are trying to find these back ends and knock them out. Because what happens is when the back end gets knocked out, 50 of these things get knocked out that you had no idea were connected. You have no clue, because why would you know?
Right. I'm not on that end of it. I just want to make sure I get something out of it.
Exactly. It is fucking pouring here now.
Yeah, I know. I saw that earlier. Like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's supposed to be thunder and shit.
It was supposed to start earlier. I'm glad it didn't, but it was early enough, though. Like my son's like at a play rehearsal he's doing, so he's taking care of that. I'm like, just drive carefully. That's all I care about.
Is it
Take
far?
care of that, you'll be fine. What's that?
Is it far away?
25 minutes.
Oh,
Not like crazy far, but not like straight line either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 25 minutes away for you is 40 miles.
Right. So it's about an hour for him. No, no. I think it's like about a half hour for him.
I think you just emailed me. I told you about that yesterday. Remember?
Right. I know. I said that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one that has the thing at the end that we mentioned just a minute ago.
Yes, exactly. That's why I was saying that. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
all right.
I see. I don't understand why you have to toss at the end of it. You know, MAGA this.
Right. Exactly.
There's no reason. Have an opinion. You're welcome to your opinion. If someone agrees with it, that's fine. If someone doesn't agree with that, that's fine. But there's no reason to fucking blame Trump or whatever for whatever.
Right. It's Trump's fault. She's a moron.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, MAGA's one side, supposedly, according to these people, and then the other side is the liberals. But there's so many. It's like the autism spectrum, right? Remember when there was autism and no autism, right? That's how fucking politics is in this country. But there's actually, you know, because no politician is perfect. So like you might be on the Republican side, but you're only like 52% of what they do.
There you go. Yeah.
But you have to vote for them because it's 52 versus 48. So, you know, I challenge you. You know way more about American politics in the past than me, because obviously I wasn't here. Can you name a president ever that you think you would have approved of over 85% of what they said or did?
That's a tough one. Over 85, probably. Over 90, 95, probably not.
And I mean, there's two bits to it too as well, right? So it could be 85% of what he says during the election, and then there's 85% of what he did during the 4 years.
Right. There's a lot of factors in that.
Yeah.
Like,
so how many people
as somebody that's new to this country, basically, not brand new, but like, you know, you spent half your life in another country. Now you've been here the other half of your life.
Yes.
You do know about this country. You know who George Washington is, right?
Yeah, he's the first president. I know that because I guarantee you, but when I did my citizenship, I guarantee I knew more shit than you for that 1 week when I learned my 100 questions for my immigration.
All right, tell me about the Whiskey Rebellion.
No, I told you I don't remember anything anymore. I knew it that week.
I knew about that back when you were taking the test too.
Yeah,
that
wasn't one of the questions.
Well, I know that's why.
Yeah,
but so like stuff like that. People are not fans of George Washington for doing stuff like that. All men are free, except these over here. Like, none of them are perfect. The biggest thing about Abe Lincoln, that a lot of people that like, oh yeah, he's great, except for this. He declared martial law in this country.
But to do that. But in this country, do you think you can even get to like 80% before you vote that you agree with? And then and also you're going to know that once they're elected, if it gets over 60% of what they promised, you'll be surprised.
Yeah, that's how I usually vote.
Yeah.
Like
so do you go by the 80% they promise, or do you go by the 60% that you're pretty sure is going to happen, even though they promise?
I go by the 60% I'm pretty sure is going to happen.
Right.
Because I've been watching this game way too long to like, yeah, that's never going to happen.
I mean,
I see him promising this. That'll never happen.
I think Trump has a much higher percentage than most on the second part of it. People don't agree with what he did, but he did promise he was going to do that, even if you don't agree with it. So you can say, yes, he did what he said. And obviously people don't agree with it because half the country doesn't agree with it, which is fine. You know, there's not very many politicians that are above that 60% doing what he said, whereas I think Trump is higher because he did what he said. Doesn't mean it's right. I'm not fucking arguing it's right. I'm just saying he promised.
Listen, I'm going to agree with you, and I'm going to give you a caveat on why he's doing so much of that now as opposed to before. Mm-hmm. He didn't do any politics before 2016, 2015 when he started.
You're fired.
Yeah, he was a real estate guy. He was a businessman. Mm-hmm. He's like, all right, this is good. Boom. They're like, oh, he was bankrupt. He was never bankrupt. His businesses were bankrupt. You know,
I have a list because I'm a psycho. I have a list of all of his LLCs, and his tax returns from years ago that were made public.
Right.
That guy had an LLC for every building.
What I'm saying. So he spent that first 5-6 years like, oh, this is what you got to do to be president. Gotcha. Then he had 4 years where he wasn't in charge and studied everything that he liked and everything he did. He's like, well, if I get back, this is what I'm going to do. And when he decided to run, he's like, I know I could do this when I get back. I know I could do this when I get back. I know I could do this. And people are like, I like that idea. They voted for him.
I mean, I don't think there's anyone in America that can say they like 100% of what he does.
Right.
No way.
No.
But I don't think there's anyone, even the people on the other side that are staunch, we're on the other side. There's still a percentage of stuff that Trump did that they're okay with.
Nah, they'll never admit to it, a lot of them.
That's what I'm saying, but I guarantee there is. If you listed 100 things and 1% for each one, I guarantee there's a few. They won't tell their friends because they're in that secret club, but that just like the MAGA people that are in a secret club,
Right. But my point being, so that that's why he went and he was like, oh, great, Mamdani. He promised all that stuff because in his head, that makes sense. And son, it's what people want. It makes sense. You should try that. Mm-hmm. But now, he started learning. He's like, oh, I won't be able to do that as mayor. I can't. I'm like, well, what do I have to do? So now he's learning what he's going to have to do. And if he gets reelected, everything he's ever promised will get taken care of. Because
I think when Trump's done this time, I think the politics is going to be more of a level field at that point because there's no chance of the extreme Trump, as they say, coming back in. It depends on who they put up, I guess, but I still think it's going to be.
I'll put money on that. I'll put money on that. You know how? You know how I know that? They're going to say you're just a Trump puppet.
Okay.
Yeah. That because just like they always said, if you vote for Hillary, you're going to get Obama's third term. Yeah, you can't have that. Like that's not how it works. Although maybe theoretically, but not really. Biden, that was Obama's third term. Stop. He might have been brain dead, but it wasn't Obama's third term.
I like the backpedaling on that whole thing with Biden. If he didn't stop running, he would have won. We made the mistake pulling him out. I'm like, dude, the fucking guy had a stroke on this fucking TV. We watched it.
Yeah. We watched them more than once that happened. Not just.
And then someone said the other day, it might have been Hillary, but someone said the other day that he should just have not run for the second period.
A couple people have, yeah.
So I don't know. I think the field's going to be leveled again a lot more. We're not dealing with a reality TV. He's very shoot now, worry about it later.
It's not going to be a leveling of the field. It's going to be different, it's going to be just as crazy. Trust me.
You think?
I know. This is one of my favorite sports. I follow it very in depth. I want to know what's going on that side, and in the middle. I try and follow even the crazies in the middle. I try to find because there's crazy people in the middle too.
Of course, there's extremists in every single part of it.
Right. So I'm like, all right, let's check this out. And I go down this. I'm like, got it. So there's people that think on the right what's going to happen is they're going to try and set it up based on the Iran war. This is going to determine who winds up running in 2028, either Rubio or JD. Because if everything goes great, Rubio's the face of all the signing and everything. That's why JD at the final step just stepped in, just in case it goes pretty good. He wanted nothing to do with it beforehand, but now it's going to be finalized and signed. He's like, hey, I'm here. I'm vice president. I could sign that. I'm okay to do that. So he's trying to – they're both playing both sides of everything. I don't trust any of that shit.
Right.
Then you have Newsom on the other side. He's like, I'm doing great here in California, and everybody knows he's not.
I think if JD gets in, it'll be a continuation of the situations that we're.
I think if either one of them get in, it'll be the continuation.
Yeah, you think?
Oh, definitely, yeah. And the only difference is one of them is going to talk to the Spanish-speaking population because it's his native tongue. Because he came from Cuba. His family's from Cuba. He didn't come from there. His parents were born there.
Right. But you don't think it'll be a little bit of a reset if it's a whole new president, a whole new vice president?
No. You know why? Because they'll have connections to him. It's not going to change.
Oh, okay.
Because they're like, you're just one of them. You're just one of them.
Both sides will be doing that.
Yes. Kamala's probably going to run again, which is just weird.
I'm not missing any liberal or MAGA posts on Facebook right now. It doesn't. I every day I'm not on Facebook, less and less of me gives a shit.
I know. You know what the crazy thing is? Every now and then I want to send you something. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. He's on vacation from that.
Yeah.
It may be unintentional, but he's on vacation.
And the way I got back in last time, that hole has been closed.
Really? That's terrible.
Yeah. So
I just figured there was just delays on that because of before.
Nah.
Dude, I told you, I thought I was in the same boat that one day.
Yeah, no, everybody got whacked that one day.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? Then all of a sudden everything was up. I'm like, oh, okay. I can live with that.
It wouldn't be much of a surprise, though, because they're going back, 10 years to find some reason.
Right. Just like when they had my Billy Mays post about 9/11 from 10 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they'll find anything if they want to.
What was that?
And you know what doesn't help my cause? I'm one of the people that goes out and like, oh, I'm going to bring up a post of mine from 15 years ago.
Yeah, so they didn't find it. You helped them find it.
Right.
Dickhead.
Well, no. I don't. If it's something that I think might be a little off, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
At that point, you should hit delete.
No. But so wait, this is my thing. So I kind of learned this because as somebody that's been on since 2006 on Facebook, they let you go back 15 years with your posts. Anything, if there's still no thread going through it, they kind of hide it on you. But
yeah, I know. So I have posts from then, but the pictures are missing.
Right. But if you have something from then, you have to like something or comment on it. That way it keeps it going. So next year it's still there when the memory comes up.
Right.
I'm like, oh, okay. Tracy's like, why do you always do that? I'm like, because I want to make sure I see this in 5 years from now. If I don't, it's going to be gone. And I will not have that memory again.
That's funny.
Because think about it, if they only keep the memory so long, if you see the memories from like 17 years ago, it's just a blank screen. I'm like, well, that kind of sucks. I don't like that.
Yeah, you really want to fucking poke the bear with these fucking liberals? Anthony Cumia's fucking Twitter account. He is so right wing now than he fucking used to be. He just posted loving the Con Air reboot, and it's a picture of a plane taking all the illegals out of the country. Yeah, he's ironically though he's still monetized, and I'm not. So whatever. But I don't know.
I half-ass gave up on that. I haven't totally given up. Work has just been so crazy with me lately. Like I'm like,
I got one payment from that.
Me too.
And I used the one payment to pay for my verified, which didn't help.
Right.
So
now I know not to do that.
I should charge back that fucking verified is what I should do.
You should. I would consider that.
Yeah. We'll see.
I
still have that 1% glimmer of hope that I'll get back.
Right. Like, listen, if I have something like I think might go, I might. I'm not going out of my way to do it. There's people like This doesn't make sense. How come? I'm like, well, they offered this, and 2 million people decided to jump on that party wagon right away. That's why nobody's making money. So
Plus, they pay so little. They pay so little until you get big.
Yeah, but they always kind of did. That's the thing. So now everybody's trying to get that little crumb. You got to create your own bread.
And you know what's funny is you can literally look through the threads and pick out the people that are monetized.
Sort of.
Because of what they're posting.
Right.
I mean, we were guilty of it because it was giving us hints as to what to post. So we were following.
I wasn't using those hints. I never did that.
I did. I got my $11 and then I got booted. And then after I got booted, I got an email saying you made $2.31, which makes no fucking sense.
Okay.
So I don't know if I'm getting that money.
That's going to be a good one.
Yeah. They can keep their $2. Fuck them.
Right.
I don't want that money so much, I'll actually give it to the liberal side towards their fucking campaign fund. They can have my $2.31.
No, whoever wins the argument with the other one. You get my $2. We're like better off that. I want my $2.
Yeah. I don't know.
I just freaking love it.
I'm just still annoyed about the tag of being MAGA because certain people think that just means you're a Nazi.
Right.
I know so many people that are under that banner that are just regular fucking people.
Well, that's the problem. Like they decided because they were going to label everybody one thing or like that's why.
If you didn't vote for Biden, you're a fucking fucking what's her name? I can't remember. Kamala. If you didn't vote for Kamala, you're a Nazi. That's pretty much that's how they say it is.
Right, which is stupid.
That makes no sense. I mean, if you're marching, in a Nazi uniform across the fucking bridge with the Sieg Heil, yes, you're a fucking Nazi, and I don't support that.
Right.
And I voted for Trump, and I'm not a fan of his immigration stuff anymore, which we talked about earlier.
Liar.
So yeah, well, the part me getting in was fine, but after that,
yeah, like every other immigrant.
Yeah.
And those immigrants and their descendants voted for Trump. There you go. You're welcome.
Did you
got
see
what you wanted?
Trump announced, not Trump, but ICE or whatever, immigration announced, I think it was yesterday, that they're trying to take citizenship away from 250 people
for
crazy crimes that they were committing or have committed before they applied for citizenship. Because one of the questions on your citizenship paperwork is, have you committed any crimes that you have not yet been arrested for or convicted of?
Right.
So basically, if they find something you did when you were 12, that qualifies as you lied on your immigration. All of these people lied.
On a side note, how do expungements go into that?
The immigration do not care about expungements.
But do they care about that it happened, or?
Yes, you have to file it like you never got the expungement.
Okay.
Yep, they don't care.
All right. Does that disqualify you?
Depends what it is. Depends what it is.
Okay.
You can't expunge important shit anyway.
True.
You're not expunging a fucking trafficking heroin fucking arrest. You're not expunging a fucking murder. Terroristic shit. You're not expunging that.
Murdering the guy was expunging the guy. So
yeah.
That's the ultimate expungement. But after that, no, you're not doing anything. The
bottom rule of immigration is tell them everything.
That makes sense.
Just tell them everything. That way they can never come back and say you didn't say this. Tell them everything.
That's like my theory. Like whenever you have to like going to DMV, you need 2 copies. I got like 3 copies of shit just in case. If you don't like one of my 2 copies, I have backup.
And they basically say if you don't do anything for 5 years, that doesn't automatically disqualify you, like drug trafficking, murder, terroristic, stuff against American citizens, basically. It doesn't count after a certain number of years. I think it's like, is it 3 and 5 or 5 and 10? I don't remember, but there's a number of
probably 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, there's a number where they, moral turpitude is what they said.
Right.
That's what they call it on immigration paperwork. But, it's very vague. You could steal $10 and that's moral turpitude.
Right.
But none of it doesn't exclude you automatically, you know. And also if it's kind of bad, you can get waivers with like, hey, an American citizen will have a really shit life if I am not supporting them. Will it financially destitute someone who is a citizen?
Now
so you have your wife. You have a wife that could apply to, and then you have if you have a kid that could apply to. So you can
what
get
about
waivers.
grandkids that live with you?
Yeah, well, no, never again.
But I'm saying, could that be possible?
I don't know. I think it has to be a dependent. I don't think the only way grandkids are dependent is if their parents sign the kids over to you.
All right, yeah, all right.
You know, but yeah, I mean, there's waivers. I know. All I know is immigration would have been a lot harder now. They are turning people away now for such little shit. You know, I did all my paperwork myself, and like I said, I put everything down on the paper. There's nothing that's not. There's no way they're ever going to come back to me and say you didn't say about this. I'm going to say yes, I did. It's fucking right there, and I got fucking 25 different copies of it on 25 different Dropboxes.
Subsection C.
Yeah, exactly. Some of the questions I should read you some of the questions they asked. You know, have you ever been with a prostitute? And I'm like, define. I put question, define. You know.
I mean,
like I paid my wife's rent. I paid my wife's rent.
And we had sex. Does that count?
I paid my wife's rent one time, and I got laid. So does that make her a prostitute? I guess.
Yeah.
You know, but like I said, the questions. If you read through this thing, you'd be like, the immigration forms are basically, here's 2,000 reasons we're not letting you in.
Right.
If you don't answer the right questions the right way on all these, and they trick you too, because it'll be like, no, and they'll throw in a question that you have to push yes. And you're like, if I'm not paying attention, I'm just going to click no.
Right.
And then it's going to come back and fucking haunt me. Like when I did my immigration, you have an interview after you do your paperwork. They literally read your whole form back to you. They ask you the same questions.
Okay.
Literally line by line.
To see if you were lying.
To try and catch you out.
Yeah.
And then right after you get approved for your citizenship, then you have to go get, pledge allegiance or whatever it is, Zig,
Yeah.
I pledge allegiance, and then they ask you that day, have you done any of this stuff since we approved you? Like I had been out of the country 2 times since I filled out my immigration paperwork because it took them so fucking long to get the shit together.
Right.
But I had to fill that in on the form saying I've been out of the country 2 times. They didn't care. They just
they're
just looking for a reason to say no.
Right.
It must be. I can't imagine how bad it would be now. It's got to be so much more harder to even get anywhere. Because they're literally looking.
That's why you're detained every time you come back into the country.
Yeah, for a Scotch egg. Fucking.
I heard one comic directly say something similar to that it never happens to any white people that come into this country. I'm like, I can guarantee you know at least one.
Yeah.
And I tried to tell him directly, you know one at least.
Yeah.
I would say 2, but it depends on my mood and how I feel about that one.
Right.
About when I get detained and randomly selected, which happens more often than you think.
Well, on a positive side, at least immigration's facial recognition works.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Dicks. Yeah, I didn't get an answer to my question when they were walking away. They said you can go, and they turned around and walked away. I said, "How many fucking times do I have to go through this?"
Right.
And I didn't get an answer.
Well, yeah, because they don't know how many times you're gonna go back and forth.
No, but I meant how many. For how long? Is there like if you don't fuck up for like 5 years, is that enough where they say, okay, we're going to put him back on the not on the naughty list anymore? Or are they just going to search my shit every day for the rest of my life?
2029, you'll be good.
I'm not taking your word for that. If I trusted you enough, I would bring a Scotch egg back that year.
All right.
Take the gamble. They could be like that. Did you see that guy? There's a video of him killing himself on the internet. He borrowed $1 million and bet it on Spain in the World Cup, and then the game was a draw.
Oh, God.
And there is a video of him jumping off of a bridge on the internet.
It could be worse. You could be
No,
like,
it couldn't be worse. I think he borrowed the money from the mob.
No, Escobar. When he went back to Colombia after getting that own goal in the World Cup.
Oh yeah, didn't he disappear?
Yeah. No, they let everybody know they killed him.
Yeah, it says here better on
had the other
Polymarket.
Escobar killed.
You know Polymarket, right?
Yeah.
So better on Polymarket lost nearly $1 million after betting Spain to defeat Cape Verde in the 2026 FIFA World Cup, which was a draw.
Yeah.
He would have only made $85,000 back on the $1 million bet, and then he jumped off the roof.
By the way, Cape Verde surprising people. I don't know if you. I know you're.
I know one person that's surprised.
No, he's not.
He was surprised until he hit the concrete.
2 days ago, he was not anymore.
Yeah. That's. I swear to God, I read that who he borrowed the money off of. I think it was like some mob type fucking.
I hope so.
My wife actually made sense in something she said earlier. She said him jumping off the roof's not going to help because you think they're not going to go to the family looking for that million.
He might not have family that has it, so
Yeah, but they're still going to look.
They're going to look, but it's gone. You're not going to collect that money. That money's long gone. Now, he may have some type of collect because I don't think you're getting away with $1 million unless you have something to back you up on how you're going to pay them back if you don't win. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Wait. And you know, son, I want to know who the mafia guy is that said, you know, son, I want to see if we can get them to tank that game. Just so we can make money off of people like that.
Oh, he borrowed much of the money for his high-stakes gamble from a bank, deceiving them by claiming the loan was for purchasing gold.
I love it.
Actually, this might be the right one. No, this is another one, the same situation. No, this can't be. Hold on, I'm reading.
Nah, I don't know.
Nah, this is a different one. That's a different guy that borrowed $1 million. Let me put 2006 in this fucking shit. 2026, sorry. I know it was recent because somebody posted the video of him jumping off a bridge and hitting the concrete.
It's only a little concrete. It'll be all right. It's better than having you swimming in it or with it around your feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're trying to say that it was his money. I don't know. If you lost $1 million, is that worth killing yourself over? I mean, maybe. I don't know.
It depends. Well, like I said, if I borrowed it from a bank, fuck them.
Yeah, exactly. Come get it, bitches.
Right. If I borrowed it from some people that might kill me, I might do them the favor.
The government can't even get your $65 a month for your student loan 30 years ago. They're not going to get no $1 million off you, are they?
Listen, I'm down to owing $60,000 30 years later.
on a fucking $8,000 loan.
No, it was way more than that. It was like 60.
Did you learn anything at college that would help you have done your job now that you wouldn't have figured out? Probably not, right?
It depends.
Like maybe they say that getting a college degree helps you like be able to organize like a business.
Right. Those type of things, like I might have learned doing that on my own.
It ain't even doing the subjects. It's just the organizational skills come from the degrees.
Right. Your employer knowing that you have what it takes to go out and get a task done.
Yeah, I can get a project management certificate for that in 2 weeks and be done.
Right. So what?
I'm trying to think of anything I did at college.
Speaking of that, I have a question for you.
Yes.
You're a kid graduating high school. You're trying to figure out what you want to do. What would you want to do? What would you look to get into?
Well, obviously the money is in cybersecurity right now, but every kid and their mother is doing that.
Right.
So what you have to do, and it's obviously the more niche it is, Like if you're an expert, I mean, AI is obviously something that, would be good to get involved with, but how do you get in that door? How do you get in that door?
Right.
I think with technology, it's like acting jobs, right? It's just luck.
Yeah.
You come out of college, you don't know what jobs are going to be available that week that you go on LinkedIn and apply for, or fucking Indeed or whatever.
Right.
I mean, make a list of the top 10 jobs. Make a list of the top 10 jobs that you know are going to be around 30 years from now.
That I don't know anymore. AI and technology.
No, AI would be doing itself. AI wouldn't need.
Right. Yeah. So I don't even know if that's it. That's what I'm saying. Something in technology, but even that, the AI might take that over.
Crematorium.
Maybe a plumber, an electrician.
Crematorium.
Yeah.
They said funeral directors is the perfect job to be in because people will always die.
Yeah.
Doctors are good, but doctors are getting replaced by robotic shit. Now, I saw a surgery the other day where there wasn't even a fucking doctor controlling it. The computer was figuring it all out.
It's getting crazy.
I mean, the technology where, like if you do like skin removal for like weight loss, they have all those little blood things, and if one of them's severed, it's fucked.
Right.
The AI technology can find those things and fix it on its own. It's crazy. It sounds simple to a human, but the computer's it's got to be looking at the right angle and see that, oh look, there's blood coming. I mean, it's crazy how powerful it is,
Right.
But the amount of room it takes up, and then we were talking the other week about those little computers that are capable of some of the stuff all on their own, sitting on the palm of your hand. So I don't know. I'm trying to think of what other jobs. I mean,
well, think about this. If AI replaced your job, what would you do?
It could.
I know. I'm just saying.
Every technology job could be replaced by AI.
What's that?
I'd fucking start booking comedy shows. But I wouldn't put swastikas up on them.
Why not?
I'm not dealing with that shit.
Would you hold on.
Careful now.
Would you do it by a fire pit? I'll leave it at that. I wanted to word it in a good way where you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have experience versus these new kids coming out of college that might know more about a certain thing.
Right.
But I have X number of years experience, which will probably get me in the door. I mean, I don't know. As well as I do. When you get to a certain age, it's harder to get new jobs.
True. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I want to just get as close to retirement before I get fired.
I know the feeling.
I mean, I don't want to I'm not taking Social Security at 62. There's no fucking way. I got bills to pay.
Right.
Even though my mortgage will be done because I planned that out already. I want to get to like 65. My English pension doesn't kick in until 67. 65 is the target.
All right.
I think. But look at it this way. If at 65 you're making $200,000 a year, are you going to give that up?
That depends. If I had that,
you know what I'm saying? If you're at Walmart making fucking, $180 a week.
If I'm 65 and I'm making $250,000 a year, might not want to retire.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't know if I could. I'm doing way too because first of all, I know I'm going to be doing something different, and I might be enjoying it, and that's probably why I'm making so much more money.
Right.
And I can live with that.
I mean, you got longer on your mortgage than me left, right? So
nah.
I've only got 7 years.
Yeah, I'm around there.
Okay. But I don't know. Well, not if you guys move into a new house, you're resetting the clock.
That's a whole other thing, but yeah.
Yeah. Can you afford to pay a mortgage when you're retired? Most people can't. Because property taxes are fucking retarded.
This state, they're terrible.
Yeah. I don't know.
But
I was thinking the other day. I finally got my house nearly exactly as I want it. I got to do the basement and a few things I want to do. I don't understand. Like my ex sister-in-law, she goes ape shit, like decorating a house and like making it all arty farty and looking like a rich, super rich person's fucking house with artwork and bullshit everywhere. Right. And now she's looking at another house, and she does it all the time. She spends all this money getting a house perfect how she wants it, and then they decide they're moving into another town. Me, I'm getting this perfect. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not getting a new fucking mortgage. Fuck that.
I'm not getting any younger.
No one can retire. I don't understand why banks give 30-year mortgages to people that are 50.
Yeah, why not?
Well, how are they going
to? The odds are in your favor at that point.
The bank's favor.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why they do it. It's definitely in their favor.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Like, why wouldn't it be in their favor? That's why you do it.
Yeah, but isn't that a fucking
interest is front loaded? That's why.
Isn't that a sub rate mortgage?
No. The interest is front loaded. That's why they're going to give that.
No, I understand that part, but I'm saying it's more likely that you're going to default on it.
Or but
that would make it a subprime mortgage, because subprime mortgages are giving mortgages.
That doesn't make it a subprime mortgage. What makes it it wouldn't make it a subprime mortgage.
Subprime is low credit.
It does make it riskier.
Yeah,
but it doesn't make it subprime. It's just like, listen, if you're 50 and you have the money to do it, you can do it. And at that point, you've probably made enough moves in your life that like you probably have the life insurance that'll help you take care of that, and you don't have to worry about it. You probably have some people that are around that will be able to take over. Worst case scenario, think about you take out a mortgage at 50. You die in 10 years, property value went up a little bit. You put down the heaviest chunk of the interest that they made money on, they're going to still make out on it if bank loan.
Yeah, I mean, I still think that's a subprime. Once you get to a certain risk score, I think it becomes subprime.
But
I don't know.
That's not part of the risk score, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know more about that part of it.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's why you would. So, I have a customer in a similar situation in my business, and literally at that age, had the job experience. I'm done. I don't want this no more. I ain't dealing with this. A month later.
Really?
Yeah. Like, no, it gets better. So what could you do for me? I'm like, what do you want? You got to have something for me. I'm like, I don't know what you're asking me.
Does he want you to buy the house back?
Tell me what you're really trying to tell me, and I'll let you know how wrong you are.
Does he want you to buy the house back off him?
No, we're not doing that.
But that's what he's thinking.
Right. But that thing's long gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So what can I do to help?
So you're saying there's only 4 bricks of the house left, but he's trying to give them back.
Right. Basically, that's the best analogy right there. Boom. And you can't. Well, how come you have no advice? Do you have no help? I'm like, no.
I'd be like, I'm the money end of this. I have nothing to do with the physicality.
Right. What you did, that's your choice. It has nothing to do with me. I didn't make that decision. People think he thinks you're gonna call the guy that sold him the house and say, hey, he wants it back. You want it back? He wants to give it back. Right. You have 60 days to decide that when you buy a house. After that, it's your fucking house. Right. That dude's living in Spain now on the money that the bank gave him. Exactly. I don't know. People are nuts, man. All right, so we're going to be off next 2 weeks. I don't have the calendar in front of me. I want to look that up now. So I guess that would help. What are we doing for my birthday show on Friday? What's that? What are we doing for my birthday show on Friday? Where? I don't know. We're going to put one together real quick. Do we have one? We have a place? No, probably not. I know. I didn't even think about it. My old timers is kicking in, so I'm so old. It really is. You know what I'm doing on my birthday? Calling T-Mobile and switching my account to the senior plan. That is literally what I'm doing on my birthday. That makes sense. 55, half price. I already get half price as a veteran. Oh, there you go. So I don't think they're gonna give me a double half price on that in a couple.
You should keep going and call them up and say, "Hey, you guys didn't send me the $9 check."
Yeah. All right. So the 20th, July 20th, we'll be back.
Oh, I gotta tell you something. I gotta tell you what I'm doing on Saturday, but we have to do the off air.
Yeah. No. So I just wanted because I also need time for more guests and stuff for July and August. I got to start getting that planned out. So
yeah, we got to start getting comics and we got to get some normal, more interesting people.
I'm not disagreeing, but I also need time to try and find them and book them.
Yeah.
And like I said, work been a little hectic lately. A little on edge myself at work. I'm like, yeah, this sucks.
Really?
I'm like, that's why I was kind of half-assed. I'm like, so if I get fired, I'm like, fuck it, I got to get out of here to save my sanity so I don't kill somebody. What do I do?
Well, you don't get the severance package if you kill someone or just quit.
Right. So
you just have to twist them around and make them fire you.
If it gets to that, probably won't be hard because I probably did something already.
Yeah, he's probably got that list.
Yeah. Well, remember this, and this. I'm like, yeah, you got me.
They have this funny thing. They don't do it in this country, but they have this funny thing in the legal system in England. If you get convicted of something, before they do the sentencing, you can tell them about 4 or 5 more things you've done and have them put into consideration for the sentence.
That does happen sometimes here.
Oh, they do that here?
Only if it's a part of a plea.
Yeah, no, I know this is a plea. We don't do pleas in England. I guess they do now. I guess they do kind of. It's not quite the same thing because England doesn't play that shit. But yeah, it always made me laugh as a kid. You know, the fucking.
Hey, listen, if they'll let you be a headed guy, I think they'll be okay with a plea deal.
Yeah. Like, you know, I got caught stealing $500. I'd like to have 2 other charges brought in for consideration. So I just literally admitted 2 more charges, but the trial's over.
Right.
But you're basically wiping those 2 things off the table because you've already got sentences for them. Well,
that's what I'm saying. So usually when like if in this country, if you have something on somebody else and they're using you as a witness for that, and you're like, well, we could give you some immunity. It's like, all right, but I want it on everything. They're like, what do you mean?
That never happened in Tennessee with my nephew.
Yeah, well, that's a little different though.
No, the one guy fucking turned states. The guy that hired him.
Right, the guy that hired him. If he turned states, who else is he going to go up the chain on? Nobody. He's the top.
No. Okay, so the guy that actually hired his friend who then hired the 2 people. So the guy in the middle is the guy that rolled. So he's fucking the guy up the chain and the 2 guys down the chain.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about two crimes that you don't know anything about. Well, I guess what you're talking about, yeah. But these guys, in England, it's like, hey, I'm convicted. I'm getting charged for these. I'm convicted for these 2 robberies. I'd like to bring 2 more robberies into sentencing. So I'm basically wiping off 2 more crimes, saying, hey, give me an extra year just to cover these.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone's ever got life, and then they're saying, can you bring these other 30 things in just so I can wipe the fucking slate clean completely?
You guys are way off. I didn't kill 2 people. I killed 20.
Yeah, exactly. I was actually talking about this last night. I don't think there should be any you're in jail for the rest of your life without possibility of parole. I think they should get rid of that.
I'm kind of the opposite of that.
Well, let me tell you why, and then you tell me.
You tell me why. Go ahead. That's fair.
Okay. So instead of saying you're in jail forever without possibility of parole, I'm going to say 40 years or whatever years, right? A long number, but a big number, but it's going to be people in jail that have no possibility of parole have no problem stabbing somebody else in jail and killing them because it can't get any worse.
But if I tell you, but think about it. I'm going to stick with you on that. I'm going to counterpoint it. Not my argument, though. If you give somebody 50 years, they basically know they're not getting out either. They're in the same boat.
Right, but if I give them enough years where it's close enough where I could get out, if I can basically make it out of retirement age, I'm 20, but I'm getting 40 years. But you're going to get out and you're going to be able to.
But you're not going to have an income to retire on. So that doesn't help you.
What it doesn't. What I'm saying. Hey, I'd rather be out of jail and homeless. Would you rather be homeless and out of jail, or in fucking maximum security for the rest of your life?
After that much time in, I'm doing what I got to do.
I don't know about you, but I'd go get a job at McDonald's that day. I mean, I wouldn't know how to work the cash register because I haven't seen these newfangled electronics.
Well, no, it's all going to be, a kiosk that's going to be and I'm going to be in the back, and it's going to be all holograms telling me what to do.
That's what happened in New York when they tried to get that big minimum wage. Burger King fired everybody and put iPads in place. That's literally what happened.
Everybody else did too. McDonald's did too. In New Jersey, they did it.
But I think if you can get out of jail, if you don't fuck up, I think that some of the stuff in jail wouldn't happen. I think, hey, pedophiles are getting stabbed. It doesn't matter.
No, you're not going to stop that from happening.
But if I told you if you do anything in jail, you're not getting out. But if you're good for the next 25 years, you're out.
You have no control of that. Because there's somebody else that doesn't give a fuck.
Right, but let them worry about it.
I don't want you to get out. You're not going to be able to stop that person from starting shit with you.
Right.
Human nature is not going to allow that. See, my point is, I was thinking the opposite. I am against the death penalty.
Oh, it's so funny you say that. My wife brought this up like 25 different times. She said to me, people shouldn't be allowed a ton of appeals. They shouldn't be allowed to be on death row. If they're definitely guilty without a doubt, they should just kill them. And I'm like, you realize that everyone that's guilty is technically without a doubt. There's not. She's like, well, if you see the murder on camera and there's no question, we should kill him. So she's like, now she wants different levels of without a doubt. There's
right.
Without a doubt, and then there's 1,000,000,000% true. And I'm trying to explain where it's guilty or not guilty. There's no fucking different levels.
All that in between shit doesn't matter.
Yeah, this is the argument. She keeps saying that guy shouldn't get 20 appeals. We've got him on video doing the murder.
Listen, you have a right to appeal, and I get that. Are there some people that abuse that? Yes.
Dude, there's people on death row from the 80s.
Right. And I get it, and I agree. But I don't. So I would rather. That's why I said, listen, I don't want the death penalty. Just fight. You know what my thing is? And as a child of our generation, treat it like Escape from New York. It doesn't have to be Manhattan. You make a man-made island out in the middle of nowhere, and you put all the worst of the worst in there. Let them fend for themselves. You don't have to spend money.
How about let Elon Musk put them on Mars?
Whatever.
Did it work for the British?
Like in Men in Black 3. You saw Men in Black 3. They had that prison based on the moon.
Yes.
To put all the worst of the worst.
Did it work for England when we put all our criminals in Australia?
They didn't ward that island off, though.
Yeah,
you can still leave that island. That's what I'm saying. If you build an island and have it secure where nobody can get in and out without your say-so, boom.
Someone will find a way. Someone will steal a spaceship.
Hey, they escaped from Alcatraz. I understand.
Well, you think it should be like the Running Man, where we toss everybody in a big fucking thing, and if they get out, they go free?
No, just keep it. Just like Escape from New York. And if they catch you once you get out, you get right back in, and you're not going to have the will to want to do all that again. That's
like people that come into the USA illegally like 3 or 4 times. It's like every time you think you've done it, no one's going to find you. Got that fake ID sorted out. You're using this name. Everything's cool. You got your kids. Boom, you get booted out again, and you're like, that must. They say that actually that is pretty bad for people now that are here illegally. They're all on edge, which is why 2 million people have taken the voluntary fucking.
Well, think about it. When you take the voluntary self-deportation, you're getting money to go. They're paying you to go.
Or something. It's like $3,000.
You know how far that goes in wherever you're going?
Here's the rationale that I think people are using. Not the $3,000, I understand, but the rationale is, and this is what it says: if you self-deport, you are not barred from applying to enter legally.
Correct. And that
so
makes sense.
All these people are like, I'm on edge. I could get deported anytime. If I fucking hit someone in my car by accident, I'm getting deported.
Yep.
I'll go back to Colombia, wherever. I'm going to fill in my paperwork. I'm going to come in legally. I'm going to get a waiver because
I'll go back to the Falkland Islands. All right, you got it.
The Falkland Islands. But
I figured I could compromise on that one.
Yeah.
It's like your people and those people.
I wonder how many of those 2 million people are going to apply to come back legally. You think all of them?
They're probably going to wait till 2029, but yeah.
January 7th?
No, January 21st, 20th.
Yeah. I don't know.
Also, depending on who wins.
I don't know. I
All
think
right,
everything that Trump's done is going to get undone by both sides. I don't think.
no, not both sides.
You don't think that some of the stuff is too extreme?
I'm not. That's not what I'm arguing. I'm just saying the people on his side are not going to go against him on that,
even if he's gone.
right?
Do you
But
see
but the people that are against him, if they go into power, they're going to reverse everything, just like he reversed everything they did. Just like when they flip flop like they always have, that's what always happens. That's why you always
Court right now is the Supreme Court is still deciding whether or not he can get rid of birthright.
Listen, I know what he's going for. I don't think they should.
He's going for the people that arrive on the plane pregnant, drop the kid, and now they're citizens.
Right. Listen, I am definitely against that, but I'm also against the ending the 14th. If they find a way to amend it, maybe. But
when was the last time there was amendments?
I recently heard language because it was at the Supreme Court, so they were talking about it. And I heard like a bunch of judges debating it. Like, well, if they go with this set of rules in the precedent, this is how it could happen. I'm like, okay. Because if you're going by the wording of when it was written, which is how you're supposed to do it, it meant that the people that were brought here, the people that were here already at that time, not new people, the people that were here already, where as it's been interpreted since then, it's like, yeah, well, they came here, their kids were born here, they're good. And that, like you said, it's changed. But I think it's like over 500,000 Chinese nationals have had their kids here, left, went back to China, like rich Chinese oligarchs, and now when their kids turn 18, they're citizens here. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder how many people are actually playing the system.
It's definitely a little bit of both. There's enough of people doing both. Like think about this though. Go back to the topic of the fucking day. This is a great country. We got a lot of good shit here. Perfect? Far from it. But it's fucking awesome. So people forever have been trying to come here and want to be a part of it. And that's awesome. That makes sense. And people will do anything they can to be a part of it, which is why they're like, I'll pay this guy 10 grand to smuggle me in. I'll do this.
In the dishwasher.
Right. Sneak me in the truck with 1,000 other Chinese people. Whatever it takes to get here. It's the dream. That's why they call it the American dream. People dream to come here and be a part.
How many of those dreamers are only coming here because they want to go on welfare, because that welfare is more money than what they would be having in their country? They're not actually coming here to achieve something.
Right. I'm not disagreeing. That also happens. Is that the majority? Don't think so. Is there enough of it? A lot of it. But that goes back to cracking down on, well, yeah, they came here for this, but like, if you could somehow find the middle ground, which nobody's trying to do on either side, that could be helpful. They're not going to do it. It's like, all right, so we got rid of these people. These are the rules. Everybody knows from now on. We're going to post it online. You can see it everywhere in the world. It's a World Wide Web. The aliens will come down and they'll be able to see it too.
I don't know. I think if people hate it that much, they should just fucking go somewhere else.
Right.
If America's that bad, why are you here?
I don't disagree. Well, I actually just watched a video where this lady was complaining. She's like, I'm tired of y'all racists here in America. I'm moving to Ghana.
See ya.
She's there. She was there 6 months. Like, fuck these people. They're trying to rob me. I gotta go back. I'd rather deal with the racists and everybody back in America than deal with.
I pray that she rescinded her citizenship when she left.
She did not.
So she wasn't 100% sure then, because if you're 100% sure, you sign the paper. You go to a country that doesn't allow dual citizenship, you got to give up your shit in America.
Right. I don't know if Ghana does. I never checked, but I was just literally watching a video on the way back from Wawa, grabbing food for my son so we could go before I talked to you about setting everything up before and running late.
How do you feel about them deporting people to countries that aren't theirs?
That's a weird one.
See, I don't get that. I mean, they're even deporting people to countries that you don't even speak the language.
Well, that
what
one guy,
get there? They just
the one guy that they made the big case for, the guy that was living in Virginia, that they made the big case for because they sent him to Uganda, even though he's from South America.
Yeah, I'm fucking Uganda doesn't speak Spanish, does it? Jesus.
No, they speak English. English is their language, and he was here and he spoke English here. So they sent him to a country to the language where he speaks the language. It's a fucked up conundrum, and I think it's fucked up.
I don't see the. I think what is it? Some countries that are getting aid from America are like, we'll take everybody.
Yeah.
Keep sending us the check.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't think a guy from Colombia is going to be good in Ethiopia. I'm just saying.
He came here in an English-speaking country. He's going in an English-speaking country.
But I'm saying someone else that's getting. Say, if they sent me to a Spanish-speaking country, I'd be fucked. I know like 3 words. Right.
But if that was happening to you, and I've been praying, but it hasn't. Where are they sending you? Most of the world speaks English, even if it's not their first language.
So by your rationale,
Well, how often have you traveled around the world? You've been to a few countries.
Yes.
All right. They speak English. Even in the countries where they don't, there's enough people that are like, yeah, I need to get this done. Come on, I got money.
When I was in Italy, I had no problem speaking English to people. When I was in France,
they hated it, but they did.
They hated my wife being from America and made a point of telling me that she was a pig, not realizing she was my wife.
That's awesome.
Did I ever tell you that story?
No. Please start right now.
We're in a It's really simple. We're in a supermarket, and she's in one aisle looking in Paris, and I'm in another aisle. And I asked the guy where someone is, and he says there's an American pig in the next aisle.
And what did you say? Hey, honey, come here.
I said, have you met her?
What did she do to you in the bathroom?
Yeah, he wasn't French Guyanese.
However, that made my.
What if they use different criteria to decide what country to send you to? Like going full circle to that person that everybody's hating on right now. Imagine they deported her to Germany.
She'd be happy.
Yeah.
Listen, she only knows the English versions of Mein Kampf, but still.
Now, you know where they should deport her to? Israel.
She would like it there, though.
I don't think so. I think she'd fucking shoot herself.
No.
Not if someone beat her to it.
No, you know why? She would go there, and this is only my limited knowledge of her. She would go there, be pissed off that for the obvious reasons, and then go, yeah, but fuck those people over there too. I agree. She'd help them try to commit worse crimes. So no,
So you're saying this person that we're talking about isn't like a hater of that. She's just an instigator of, she'll just pick a side wherever she is.
Right. She's a hater of a lot of things in people. If she happened to be there, she's like, yeah, fuck them over there. She's like, you know something? I'm not a Zionist, but I don't think Gaza needs
It is scary that the internet can fucking ruin someone's life. I mean, some people do stuff that deserves it. I mean, it's, you know, there's a bunch of people obviously online now that think that she's one of the people that deserves to get fucking ruined. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
like I said, I understand why they're doing it. I just don't think they should be generalizing people that voted one way or the other that are they're all doing what that person's doing, which is bollocks.
I don't generalize all immigrants. I just want you gone.
Yeah. Hey, I have a naturalization certificate. Where's yours, fucko?
It's called a birth certificate.
No, but I have a big certificate that says.
And I have a real ID that says I'm an American.
I have one of those too.
From New Jersey.
I have one of those, and I have a passport with a chip in it too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although I came close to doing the retinal scan, I'm like, that's when I admit it's the end of the world and I don't care.
Yeah, you know what? When you go through the immigration line and they want to scan your face and you bend over and point your asshole to it, it's either Michael Jackson's party or you're going too far with the fucking face ID.
No, here's my DNA sample. This is where the government left it.
Can you imagine if Michael Jackson had to do a lineup and all he had to look at the big row of people bent over?
Well, think about this. That's how I know he didn't do it. Because in the lineup, if there was a lineup, it would have had to have been him and a bunch of other people with bad skin pulling their dicks out.
Like that one dude from fucking the comic, fucking Dangerfield.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
He's no longer with us, so I'm not going to make fun of the dead guy. But
I'm not making fun of him. I'm just saying that would be
right.
One of the people. But I don't know.
I don't know how you never told me that story before. The American pig in the other aisle.
That is absolutely 100% true story.
I believe it. All right,
you know what? I could have gone super liberal and could have said to the guy, "Let's go kill her."
No, you have to be on the Moroccan side of town.
Yeah,
that's where they do the murdering.
Is there a Moroccan side of Paris?
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
So I had a friend of mine in college. He studied abroad over there, and he's like, I used to go over there. It was always so much fun. Then I saw all the crime. I'm like, I feel at home because he grew up in the Bronx. Like that makes sense.
Did I ever tell you a story about the honeymoon suite on that trip?
No, you don't tell me any of these stories.
All right, so we got the honeymoon suite at this little hotel, and it was like, you know how everything's like in a row. They're not separated. So we get up to the room, and it's the honeymoon fucking room, which is bullshit. It's just marketing. We get in the bed.
You got nicer pillows.
No, the bed was made of 2 single beds on wheels.
How was the air conditioning? Never mind.
No, there wasn't any.
I know.
It was fucking 460 air conditioning, 4 windows open, 60 miles an hour.
Yeah. You hoped there was a breeze so you got the air conditioning.
Yeah, but the beds had no locks on the wheels.
Awesome.
So they went, which was actually God trying to tell me something.
Now, who did it? You were the American pig.
Yeah. No, I think God was trying to tell me something about the future of my marriage.
Yeah, if that's your honeymoon, that should have told you everything right there.
No, it wasn't a honeymoon. It was just the honeymoon suite.
I know.
This was back when the tunnel, the train tunnel from England,
the channel
cost twice as much as the flight from here to England and back.
That makes sense.
Yeah, my trip to Paris for 4 days or 3 days, whatever it was like double the price of my airline tickets.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was good though. I mean, you got on the train, and then bang, you're in the middle of Paris. There wasn't any fucking around.
No,
it was definitely more convenient than taking a plane to Paris. I mean, from here, obviously, I'm talking about from England. But what was really cool was the train was a block away from the hotel. So, But there you go.
Yeah.
You got any plugs?
Right. Yeah, let's get out of here. We can talk about that other shit, and then we'll take it from there.
Yeah, I think July
20th, we're back.
July 8th, I have Coffee Zone in Tom's River. I'm the host with John Hollywood, Robert Steven, and Laura Lifshitz.
All right, cool.
I think that's it.
I'm going to play us out, and then we could shut this down and finish up. All right, good night, everybody. Thanks for the 5 that is still on. Love you all.